He was born May 11th in 1965 in Charlotte, North Carolina. I always heard stories of how he was such a loving and funny guy and how he absolutely loved life. As a child, he would play with his G.I. Joes and dream of one day becoming a hero for his country. Growing up, he spent much time dedicated to the Boy Scouts. He even became an Eagle Scout. In 1984, he joined the military and went through basic and then transferred to aviation, and all of them he graduated with highest honors. While serving the military at that time, he was awarded the EIB and the AAM awards, as well as completed sniper school. In 1984, he met a woman with 2 young children, and he fell in love instantly. A few years later, he got orders to go to Germany, and he decided he was not leaving without that woman that he fell in love with. And he told her he'd go AWOL before he'd leave her, so she said yes. A little over a year later, he found out his wife was pregnant, and he was terrified, but then he heard his baby's heartbeat, and his whole world changed. He realized he had a wife, he had 2 sons, and now a daughter. After his mission in Operation Just Cause, he became a crew chief and was assigned to the 1st Flight Assault Platoon, known as the Night Stalkers, where he successfully served as a fully qualified mission crew chief. On February 21, 1991, while serving in Saudi Arabia during Operation Desert Storm, his Black Hawk was called out on an urgent medical evacuation for a Special Forces group. The aircraft proceeded into enemy territory with night vision and zero illumination under 50 feet altitude to evade enemy defense. They successfully retrieved their wounded soldier, but on their return flight, aircraft number 251 encountered a sandstorm and crashed. There were 7 soldiers on board. They all gave their lives selflessly for their country. Staff Sergeant Christopher J. Chapman was a crew chief on board. He was my father. Today, my daddy would have been 49 years old. He was 25 when he gave his life. As I sit here, I dream of what it would be like if he was still here, and it hurts my heart to think of all the things that he missed and the memories that I'll never be able to make with him. But with all the funny stories and descriptions of who he was and what he was like, I feel like I know him. He loved God, he loved his country, he loved the Army, and he loved his family. He died doing what he loved. Today, remember those who selflessly gave their lives for our freedom. And we rest assured knowing so many are standing in the gap to continue to fight for our freedom. Today, I remember my daddy and my hero, Staff Sergeant Christopher Jones Chapman.